In the last section, we have talked about model binding. But now, I'm going to talk about model validation with data annotations. Why did I say with data annotations? Because there are a variety of ways. In this section, I'm talking about data annotation way. First of all, let's have a look and see what is validation. Look at this simple entity that I have. Imagine that entering the brand is mandatory. So if somebody tries to call my API and just give it the car ID and the rest, but the brand was not handled, the data for brand was not there, then I need to check and say, no. This model is not valid. I don't like it for any reason. It's programming. For any reason related to your business, having brand is mandatory. So even if they fill the rest, you want to say, no. I need the brand. One of the silly ways is something like this. Let me show you. You can say, okay, so I will come here and say if car data dot brand, something like this. It's the silliest way you can imagine. So no. So what I'm supposed to do? I can come here and say I can have something like an annotation attribute above my property. Something like this. See? That's all. Finish. So from now, if somebody wants to call this action method, having the brand is mandatory. If they don't, let's have a look. This is the result. See, there is no brand. Boom. The brand field is required. So by having a simple attribute, I can handle this, and I haven't raised any exception. It handles everything for me. Nice and easy. You might say, okay, you just explained the required fields. If I had to have an email and I want to check the format of the email or any other kind of validation, no issue. I will show you. Wait and see. System, component model, data annotations. I can say any kind of validation attribute is here. See, email address, to check the max length of a property, range, anything you can imagine. Most of them, I can say at least 90%, 97% of any kind of validation that you can imagine is here. So you can just simply use whatever you need. Before finishing this section, let's have a look at my code again. By using this simple required attribute, this namespace also is added to my class, to my solution. So everything is coming from system.componentModel.data annotations. That's all. I have just explained the first way of having annotation and validation, and I can say model binding on my entities. So if I want to see something like a presentation, I can say model binding would happen at first, then model validation is the next one. Something like what I have here. That's all. So in the next section, I'm going to explain the other type of validation, or I can say another way of having validation against my properties. Thank you so much.